Welcome to the stream, or well, what is left of the Session 1 stream of Poor Rolls with Style. This is the My Hero Academia campaign. Thank you for coming in. We have three lovely players with us today. We have Kat, Jensen, and Paige, each playing their own respective characters. They're all going to tell you who they are, their character, their quirk, and a fun fact about them. And we are going to start with Jensen. Jensen, go ahead and describe who your character is, what their quirk is, and one fun fact.
I'm playing Miguel Akari, who is a Portuguese-Japanese citizen, and his quirk is Energy Infinity, or Infinite Energy. He cannot get tired, basically. And when he was in middle school, he was not allowed to be on the cross-country team, so he would be the water boy for the cross-country team, and he would just run alongside the cross-country team and give them water, giving him the nickname Cameraman, like the anime Cameraman.
Love it. Then thank you for telling us a little bit about Miguel. We are going to then move to Paige. Paige, tell them who you are and who your character is, what their quirk is, and a fun fact.
Well, you already said my name, but I'm here to be sarcastic and probably a little bit stressed out and take all of the session notes because I know Jensen won't.
Thank you.
My character's name is Yumiko. Her quirk is Crocodile, as will become apparent when you see her character portrait. A fun fact about her is that whenever she's stressed, and that could mean someone's being annoying, or maybe the lights are too bright, she can sometimes start to hiss.
Great. I love it. Then we are going to move to our last player. As of right now, we have Kat. Kat, go ahead. Tell them about yourself so that they know your voice, your character, your character's quirk, and one fun fact.
I'm playing the character Renata Vestia. She was born in Lithuania but transferred to Japan when her mother and brother moved there. Her quirk is called Artisan, and she can create and enchant certain items.
Lovely. All right. And we are going to begin right where our session 0 left off. If you were a part of that stream and could catch anything of the mess of audio that it was, our players had just finished the entrance exam to UA High, one of the most prestigious hero schools in all of Japan, and famously known around the world. Let's jump first to Miguel. Miguel, you are standing with a monkey heteromorph that you met during your exam, named Farron, after it. One of your friends named Beru, and it seems that a few others are walking up. Farron looks at you and says, "So you are heading out to go get ice cream?"
Hell yeah, man. You want to join?
Yes, I would love to. Can I bring a friend?
Of course you can.
Thanks. And you see as he stands a little bit taller, as he's about 5'2", and is glancing around. And Yumiko, you notice Farron with his head on a swivel. I mean, he is looking for someone or something.
I instinctively know he's looking for me, and after the grueling experience of the entrance exam, I'm debating making him look for me just a little bit, but I decide to walk over and say hi to him since I want to see how he did. Maybe if he got in, I don't have to attend UA.
Love it. He goes, hey, Uh, 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 hey, dude, what's your name again?
Talking to me.
Yes, he is.
Just Miguel Akari.
Yeah. This is my friend Yumiko. Yumiko, this is Miguel. Miguel, can I call you Miguel?
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah, this is my friend Miguel. We're gonna go get ice cream. You wanna come with us?
I guess I'll come get ice cream since I've gotten like another invitation, I guess.
Awesome. Nice. Well, and you see he glances around, sees if anyone else is inviting people. You, Miguel, notice that Beru, your best friend, is glancing around for y'all's third pair to this trio that y'all have, and cannot seem to find them.
Baru. I just
Yeah.
called them. You see Yara?
No, man. He is glancing around. I strangely don't. She could be busy making friends if she can do that. But
This is Yara we're
no,
talking about.
man.
This is Yara.
Exactly, it's Yura, man. Yeah.
We had to force her to be friends with us.
Yeah. But no, I don't see her. She could have headed back early.
That's
You
more
know,
accurate
she's
for her.
trying to get her offensive quirk up since she's been like defensive her whole life.
Yeah, that's our fault, isn't it?
Just a little bit. But yeah, I'll send her a text so that she knows that we're going out for ice cream.
All right. I look over at Yumiko and Farron and just say, I gotta go invite some other people. Before I go, you two look awesome. Why does everyone have to do the cool quirks? I just don't get tired. Like, seriously.
The problem is, I'm tired all the time. All the time.
No idea what that feels like. Anyway, I gotta go find some other people. So, hope to see you guys at the ice cream store. And I turn and just start walking, looking for Mika, Ashido, and Glowstick. I do not remember her name. In my head, I've been calling her Glowstick.
You don't have to look far to find two of your friends, Utakana, as Miguel would know, and you also find Mika, who are chatting it up.
Mm-hmm. I just call out to them. Mika, Uta.
Oh, hey!
Hey, how we going? How'd you guys do on the exam?
You see as Utakana responds, "Oh, I think I did pretty good. I had to like manually shut down a lot of the robots, which took a lot of my time. But thankfully, I was able to rescue a few people. So hopefully, I'll get rescue points that I'll be able to make up for the rest of my grade. You know."
Nice, yeah. I look at
And
who
yeah,
was
Mika.
the talking? Was it?
That was Utakana.
So I look over at Mika.
Mika responds with, "Hey, yeah, I think I did pretty well. I was able to shut off a lot of the robots by corroding their insides, but oh my gosh, I'm so glad that it was a constructs and robots and stuff, because that would have been really hard if it was like stuff I couldn't slip through, you know?"
Yeah, I figure. Honestly, I think I might have failed.
Oh man.
I'm
They
like
both
60,
like
40% sure.
they both come over and put some hands on your shoulders and they're like, "Oh man, no, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna do great, man."
I put my hands on both their shoulders, and it's just, I had fun, and I think I saved someone from getting knocked a lot more unconscious than he would have been otherwise. Um, anyway, I'm pretty sure my friend made it, so we're going to get ice cream. Would you guys like to come?
Oh, you see both of them immediately starry-eyed, look at you and just nod very, very quickly. Yeah, let's go.
I
Uh,
nod and I give them the whatever the ice cream store is. I do not know.
Perfect. They are going to stick with you, but as you are walking around, I would love a perception check.
Oh joy! First perception of the run.
This is gonna set the tone for the entire session. No pressure.
This is gonna set the tone for the entire campaign. What are you talking about?
Hmm.
Let me find what his perception is.
Good thing I'm not rolling then.
Remember to roll online.
I know. 16.
Um, you in fact see as at a glance as you're turning around, Yura. She seems to be talking to this large muscle, wide shoulder set girl with jet black hair, black lipstick, and some very dark eyeshadow. And they seem to be having a conversation about like quirks. You see them like talking about muscles and pointing to their body and forms, and like they're pointing around at stuff.
I pull my phone out, I take a picture and send it to Barrow with just the simple caption of "The impossible has happened."
Love it. But as you take that photo and move back to walk back to this group that you're forming, we are going to move over to Renata. Renata, your uh your exam finished. You were one of the part of the last buses to come back to the UA High drop off zone, and it seems like people are crowding the front area, talking to people that they've made friends with or friends that they took the exam with. It seems like a lot of conversation is happening. What does Renata do?
Um, so just looks around at people, wondering who got in, who failed, and then he just tries to get away from the crowd. Doesn't like loud noises very much. So
Hmm.
is like a bench that no one's by, or like a place where no one is nearby.
Yes, there is one. You find one off to the side that you can kind of sneak and just sit on as people start flowing out. Is that what your character spends time doing?
I think she's gonna use a quirk point to create art supply. I mean,
Lovely.
does she still have the rollerblades on?
That is fully up to you if she does or doesn't.
I'm gonna say she kept everything from the practical exam on her, except the sword. I
Yeah.
don't think people would like that.
Hmm.
She just rolls to that bench and just sits down and starts drawing her rollerblades.
Lovely.
I'm like,
Um, Yes, that absolutely happens. Uh, you, uh, you sit down and start painting for a while. And I would love a perception check from you.
8.
Lovely. You are focused too much on your drawings. But after about 10 minutes, you watch your friend, Baisho Ikari, walk up. Hey. And she'll kind of just sit next to you and look at what you're drawing.
She's just gonna slam the book closed and be like, no, thank you.
Oh, man. Come on.
No, it's like a diary entry. What sketchbooks are, at least.
All right. Whatever. Anyways, there's this girl that I met during one of my exams. Her name was Yura, and it seems like a few of her friends are going out for ice cream after. You want to go?
Sure. I'll try ice cream.
We don't have to stay long. That's not my energy anyways. But I just wanted to at least show that we care to some degree.
Quirks.
Because who knows, if we get in, this could be community.
Community. Yeah. Community. Yeah. Go get ice cream.
Yeah. And so she's gonna get up and start walking, and she lifts her phone and says, I have the location. So you want to head now? Or do you
Yes.
want to finish up doing whatever you're sketching?
I can finish that later. I just will use my rollerblades to get there.
Awesome.
Oh.
And you head off. We are going to move. It is later in the afternoon, and there is a numerous amount of people in this ice cream shop. We are going to say that Miguel and his group gets there first, and you watch as a college student who's just like lazily working behind the ice cream section. He's just chilling stuff and messing around, glances up and just takes a deep you see him like mentally psych himself up as you walk in, and he goes, all right, let's get y'all some ice cream. Little lore question as for the two characters that get there earlier. What ice cream do you get?
Rocky Road.
Awesome. And what about Yumiko?
Yumiko's never had ice cream before, and so she walks up and she picks whatever is the first thing on the list.
Great.
She picked the Ultra Triple Decker Sundae.
Roll me a d6.
Let's see if I remember how to roll digitally on this.
/R.
Oh, that's great.
2. The first one there's just going to be a straight plain chocolate.
A classic. But she doesn't know that.
Yes. You watch as Farron is going to take this chocolate banana one, and he's going to be just like chewing on the ice cream as you watch as he just takes a huge bite out of the top of it and just.
Not to be bested, I take my entire cone and shove it down my throat at once. I get the worst brain freeze ever. I do not enjoy it.
I feel now is the time. I feel now is the time to mention Miguel does pay for their ice cream. He's covering
Okay.
everyone because this is his idea.
Love it.
Oh, Yumiko loves free things.
You
It's
glance
instantly better because it was free.
You glance back and notice Yura walk in a little later behind everyone, and two people flying down the road down to the town from UA High, and one of them is on rollerblades and the other one's just full sprinting down. And she goes,
Ugh.
"Hey, I invited a few people if that's completely fine with y'all."
Without missing a beat, Miguel just goes, "You know what, Yura? I am so proud of you. You made friends. I am impressed. I never thought I'd see the day that you make friends on your own."
Hey, I make plenty of friends.
Yeah, two. We're both in this room.
No, I have other friends. I'm not an
So why do you keep saying
unfriendly
us?
because y'all are entertaining.
Sure.
And for the two of you who haven't seen Yura before, you see this tall, blonde-headed girl walk in with golden eyes, and she seems as if she does a lot of physical training. Not necessarily a strong, like barrel-chested girl, but she's very fit. And she goes, "Hey, are you paying for everyone?"
Yeah, why?
Cool. And she rings up a huge ice cream cone. Like 3 scoops of ice cream on it.
I just throw the cherry on my ice cream. I just throw it at her.
As y'all are bantering, Baisho Ikari and Renata, you both make it to this ice cream store, and you see as Ikari says, "Yeah, that's her inside. The blonde one." And she opens the door and lets the momentum of your roller skates just fly you in. She follows in behind you and says, "Yura, hey." To which Yura turns around and smiles and says, "Hey, glad to see y'all brought some friends. Miguel, this is my friend Ikari and her friend." And she looks at you, Renata.
Renata.
What? Renata, pleasure to meet you. I am Yura. This piece of crap here is Miguel. The bulky, wide-set one over there is my friend Beru. And then the monkey dude, I don't know, and the crocodile girl, I also don't know.
The monkey is Mr. Farron, and the crocodile is Yumiko. Farron's with me, and Yumiko is with Farron. Anyway.
While this is happening, Yumiko leans over to Farron and sort of like half whispers in his ear, "I didn't know this would be a many-personed event."
I know. That was intentionally held.
He just sees her inner eyelid twitch and her outer eyelid twitch, but she just slides on her headphones and says nothing.
Asher, what does Akari look like?
Baisho Ikari, I in fact will pull up a token of her for you, but I will describe it for the people who listen. This is Baisho Ikari. She has white shoulders and wears a white button down on the outside of a black tight athletic shirt. She has black eyes and wears a lot of black eyeliner and dark lipstick. Both of these accent her black hair and the 2 silver earrings she has on her left ear. She is about a little under 6 foot. And her
Just
hair is tied
barely.
back into a bun about 90% of the time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I look between. Can you please remind me your character's name? I did not write down.
Renata.
Thank you. I look between Akari and Renata. I'm just. If you don't mind me asking, what are your quirks? Also, love the roller skates. That's the perfect entrance into every room. You should do that everywhere.
Thank you. My quirk is artisan. Create stuff.
My quirk. Sorry.
Interesting.
My quirk is enrage. If that has any hint to what it does.
You get
I
angry?
basically just get angrier and stronger temporarily.
Actually, that's a pretty interesting quirk. Mine's a lot dumber than that. I don't get tired.
I mean, and you see Yutakana like poke her head in from the side where she has been completely just overshadowed as her and Mika have been just chatting. I mean, that's a good quirk in general. The amount of hours that we lose sleeping is way too many. Do you know how many more video games I could play if I had it extra?
Do you know how
2 hours?
Sleep is? Do you know how amazing it is to sleep? I don't need
No.
it. It feels great.
It's useless. That's what it is. It's excessive time just like sitting there doing nothing.
It might be useless. It might be useless for me, but it ain't useless for you. You need to sleep.
Yeah, I know I need to sleep. That's why your quirk's so cool. Because I wish I couldn't sleep. I can do this. And you see from her lime green hand, she lifts it up and just a glowing ball of light shows up.
And that's amazing. Do you know how many times I wish I had a nightlight? My mom says no.
Why would you need a nightlight?
Our house is extremely dark. I have run into everything.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, this is nice enough. And you see like her fidgeting and moving around in her hand.
Do you know how practical light is in every situation?
No. No, I don't. You
of course,
see
when
her
I say
like...
that, I lose all imagination I have for it.
And you see her turn back to this like Superman ice cream that is just absolutely covered in the brightest colors you can ever see. Mika picks up and says, "You gotta stop bashing on your own quirk, dude. It's an actually really nice quirk in general. Even if it's basic, it has like so many opportunities of where it could go if you train it right."
I look at him, and my only response is just, my friend, where would you go if you don't get tired?
I'd walk 500 miles.
And
Oh
I
my
would walk
god.
500 more.
Hey.
And you hear your face palm.
Oh, Yumiko face palms too. She's trying her best to tune things out, but unfortunately she's hypersensitive to stupidity. She's been with Farron too long.
I love the fact that this means she knows the reference.
Ugh.
An old retro reference.
That is a really old reference for this one.
I mean, that's an old reference for us. Anyways, what do your characters do as y'all will spend a downtime in community?
Is the freak here?
The
Boy, that's a way to say
freak. Yes, the freak is here. In fact, it is the guy who is named Beru Ito, the best friend to this guy that Miguel is hanging out with.
Could we pull up that portrait again? Just for a visual aid?
Absolutely. Here is the portrait of him. And again, for our listeners, I will describe him. It is this shorter guy. He has dark brown hair and this dark brown eyes and dirty blonde hair that is usually tied into a low ponytail. He wears a low buttoned white t-shirt or white button down and has a little bird that is usually nestling in the top of his hair. Also, directly under his eyes are these yellow marks that seem like crescent moons.
Also, is the guy with the dark spiky hair who low-key saved me also here?
He is not. You, in fact, didn't even see him after the exam. It seems as if he did not enter the bus back to UA after that, as he did get knocked out pretty hard.
Bro was so confident he failed.
I make a mental note of that, and then I go up to the freak, and I'm like, "Hey, freak."
Sorry, what?
See, Yumiko's not good with people. And so she repeats exactly what she said in the same tone. You know, you're the freak. You're the guy from the entrance exam.
You're the large gator?
She musters up just enough strength to sort of burst slightly into her crocodile form, and she grows like 2 whole feet, and she snaps her jaws, and then immediately poofs back down because she's so worn out, but she felt like she had to prove the point. Yes.
Gotcha. He goes, yes. Yeah. I am the other student who was in the entrance exam with you. I
So
don't know what you mean by freak, though. I'm sorry.
we were both there. And I clack my jaws again.
Roll me an whoever is listening to this conversation can roll me an insight check. I just need y'all to tell me who is rolling an insight
Is
check.
insight intelligence? Is insight intelligence? Is that
I
wisdom?
believe insight is a wisdom-based skill.
I'll give you a hint. The vibes here are very not neurotypical.
Wisdom.
Yeah,
It is wisdom.
it is a wisdom skill.
Natural 20.
Oh, oh, what I get for one of those.
You would sacrifice your family for one natural 20.
For one nat 20.
Yeah, I see
can
that
be an
you
only
rolled.
child.
What did you roll?
Yeah, 21.
Thank you. And what about you? What are you rolling? Oh my gosh, I forgot your character's name. Paige, have you rolled yet?
Oh, I'm rolling for that too?
Yes, I was asking you to roll specifically as
See,
you are the one that is
She
talking
knows
to him.
exactly what's going on.
I'm going to publicly roll a... no, he's not trying to deceive.
This is great.
He's just an idiot.
That
Is it...
is a
Right
9.
over Yumiko's head. All of us are fine.
Can I just say, while this is happening, she looks back to Farron and they do their little silent eye communication, and she's trying to be like, see, Farron?
He will make an insight check. Farron will also make a insight check.
I can't believe he's the wise one between us.
Nope, that's a 13 for Farron. You glance over at him, and he just shrugs, like with the most deadpan, absent-minded face you've seen.
See, I was
He was not paying
expecting
attention.
encouraging thumbs up, and yet that is not what I received. So clearly, I've done something wrong, maybe. And so I look back at him, and I think of the next best question to ask anyone, and that is, what's up with your bird?
We are going to first resolve this natural 20 and this 21 before he answers this. For the two, we're gonna do the 21 before we get to the natural 20. Renata, as you listen in on this conversation, this semi-awkward conversation, you see as he is not necessarily confused. He seems that it looks as if he is trying to understand why she's calling him a freak. And he's racking his brain to try and remember what he did to deserve that name. For the natural 20 on the best friend, Miguel, your friend is a very absent-minded person in the mode of combat, but you know that your best friend has always loved big, strong women. And from the 2 seconds that you saw her turn into a huge crocodile, you saw his face just smile just at the edges of his lips. And then he immediately hit it back up.
Do you guys know the one picture of Willy Wonka from the original movie where he's leaning on his elbow and smiling?
Yeah.
Yes.
That.
That's
He's
Well,
doing that.
um, he's going to say, um, yeah, the bird, um, it's a part of my quirk, and he gently lifts up his hand and takes this small brown bird, and it sits on his finger, and he moves it slightly towards you, and the bird just starts crawling up his arm the closer he brings his arm towards you. Um, yeah, this is Tweet. She is a part of my quirk. She calls out numbers that I gauge my entire combat off of. As long as the numbers stay positive, I don't seem to take any damage. Like, I can't get hurt while her numbers aren't positive.
So you have a calculator bird.
In a sense, yeah. I guess that's kind of how you would say it. She's more of a, like, counting bird. She only goes up and down, like a handful of numbers. She never really scales it, you know?
Well, that's a bit better than the birds I know. Most of the ones I know make nests in my house, and then we have to take care of them. And Farron doesn't want to just throw them out because that's not nice. And I'm like, they're just birds, Farron.
They're adorable. There's no reason to kick them out.
And sometimes I get hungry, so someone has to go. Respectfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a kind of silence after that, as even the two chatty, bright colored people in the corner just kind of heard that and stopped talking.
You just watch as
Miguel,
Yumiko slowly blinks both layers of eyelids, not seeing anything wrong with this conversation at all.
Miguel just points at Yumiko. That was awesome. I put my arm around Beru. Can I borrow you for just a moment, my friend?
Uh, yeah, what's up?
I pull him out of the shop.
You have to pass Ikari and the and Renata as you do, and she kind of just sidesteps this and just
Thank you,
watches
my friend.
y'all and says, you watch Ikari turns to Renata. Is this normal friendship stuff?
You're not
Or
doing
is this
it.
just weird?
Probably weird. I don't know. People don't tend to like me, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, same for me. So, guess we're in that same boat. And he goes, yep, okay. What's up? Miguel. Yeah?
My friend, do you have a feeling for her?
Sorry, what?
Look, Beru's an idiot. I gotta be straight with this man.
I, um, I don't know. I,
Uh-huh.
continuing on that nat 20, he's just, he's very confused mentally. There seems to be just a lot of stuff going on. And he's trying to
There's so many
understand it,
jokes.
and he's just not quite there yet.
There are so many jokes I could make, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I just
And
pat him on the back. You know what? You need some ice cream.
yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
We're talking about this later, though.
Okay. Yeah. And y'all re-enter. Is there anything that our lovely players want to do and or say to any of the NPCs here? Or shall we end this downtime?
Can Renata actually get ice cream?
Yes, she can absolutely get ice cream. What ice cream does
Absolutely
she get?
not. So she's just gonna roll up the place and just be like, "Can I get some birthday cake ice cream, please?" And she's mumbling so hard right now.
But Ikari comes behind you and goes, "Hey, dude, ice cream, birthday cake, please, 2."
Just like
And
the loud noise,
you
he
see him.
just shrinks down and goes, "Okay." Just like rolls in a little ball backwards.
He goes, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever," and
Miguel,
makes 2.
Yay.
Miguel looks up from where he is with Yuta and Mika and just calls out, "I'm paying. Don't worry about it."
Okay.
Renata's
Thanks,
having a
man.
mini panic attack from the noise. She's just like jumping all over the place. Please,
Uh,
no loud noises, please.
Oh God, we're all autistic.
I was about to say, we all have one character type. We all play RP one type of character. D&D stands for diagnosis.
Dyslexia, ADHD diagnosis.
Exactly.
Love it.
Some have 2 scoops. Some have 1 scoop. I don't know. Does anyone have 3 scoops?
Yes, Yura has 3 scoops.
Not the scoop battle.
And we are going to end this downtime. So there is a mechanic that we are running with in this Dungeons & Dragons heavily homebrewed game called Friendship Points. Some of you have played with this before. A few of you have not. What Friendship Points is a bonus that you can give to people or friends that you know really well during combat scenarios, during quizzes, tests, or studying, any other kind of downtime or check that you can make. You can give a bonus using a reaction based off of how close you are to this person. The amount that you can use in a day is equal to 2 plus your charisma modifier. So, let's start with Miguel. You have how many friendship points?
I have 3 friendship points. I have 2 plus my +1 in charisma, so that leaves me with 3 friendship points.
All right. Who would you like to increase friendship with?
I'm going to do it with. Can I get Yuta, Mika, and Farron?
Yes. Yuta, Yura? Is that who you're?
Glow stick.
Oh yeah. Utakana.
Utakana.
That is her entire name. not her. That is not her first name, but that is her last name, and that is her full name.
Got it.
So Utakana, and who else?
Utakana, Mika Ashido,
Mm-hmm.
and Farron. I don't know his last name.
He has not told anyone his last name. He has told y'all his first name, though.
Fair enough.
All right, Renata. How many friendship points do you have?
I'm looking for it on my character sheet, but I can't find it.
It's going to be 2 plus your charisma modifier.
1.
Lovely.
Hey.
Well,
Sometimes that's just how it is. Renata, who would you like to increase friendship with? Ikari is at the maximum friendship, by the way, with you. You cannot increase her relationship any farther than it is already.
don't have anyone else.
You remind us more.
You can choose someone new. Start a new scale.
Start a new friendship for the introvert.
Whoops.
It said, what's your character's name? You pay for her ice cream. Start with Miguel.
All right. Miguel, do you accept this friendship point?
Do you accept this friendship? Gets down on
Great.
what.
That's not true.
Will you accept this friendship point?
And then we're gonna end with Yumiko. Yumiko, what friendship?
Yumiko thinks she had a really, really, really successful social interaction with the freak, and so she wants to
Oh,
go
Miguel.
up in friendship points with
Miguel
the
Hikari.
freak.
Yes, he will.
Oh.
It's gonna be easier for me to remember.
Yes, I do.
It's Beru
I see no
Ito.
reason not to.
Mm-hmm. Freaking.
If you
Your mission, should you choose to
if you
accept
want
it.
to add that.
And my master notes, because you won't take any.
I don't need to. I have the storyline. You just have the memories of how the story went.
Mm-hmm.
I write the future. You transcribe the past. It's a perfect balance.
Something, DM yapping.
Please tell me your notes. His name is literally just a freak.
No. That's what I was thinking. Asher, this is a meta question. Is this the beginnings of the flying saucer?
No, the flying saucer already exists. In fact, one of your characters already has ties with the flying saucer.
Gasp.
For the listeners who do not know, I've previously made a Dungeons and Dragons
Paige, I do need to
campaign
ask, do
that
you know
was
why I chose an ice cream shop?
My Hero Academia campaign. That was at the same
Because
time
we
as
did an ice cream
Deku
shop after the
Bakugo
first session
and
on
the
the
others.
first time.
And during that, there was a cafe named the Flying Saucer. But no, the Flying Saucer does not. This is not the Flying Saucer. This is an ice cream store.
Mm. And also, if I add 1 friendship point, does that mean I get a +1 now, or is it still 0?
It's still 0.
Gotcha. Fun for me.
Great. Is that all the friendship points you can give?
That is all the friendship points I can give.
Lovely. With that, we are going to take a long rest and do a time skip. So you can all regain your quirk points and take a long rest. So all of your HP gets back to max.
Lovely.
Through this time skip, we are going to... Yes, you do. We are going to jump to the next part in this plot. I need everyone to roll me a flat D20 roll.
That always goes well for me.
Hooray!
Wait
Wait a minute, I have the highest charisma of the party.
You're in the middle, 12. 12 page.
12
Sorry.
isn't bad. 12 is
That-
I called you.
Wonderful.
I called you 12 page. No, page.
Ugh.
I called you page 12.
That's my new name now.
We are going to jump to Renata. It has been a few days since you've taken
Great.
the UA hero course in
Paige, what were you saying?
entrance exam.
What were you saying, Paige?
What would you say she is doing on a standard day?
Just a normal day.
Just a normal day. We'll say it is the evening.
She would probably be at home talking with her older brother.
Yeah.
And waiting for their mom to come home from work so they can all eat together.
Awesome. As you're talking with your brother, he says, "Oh yeah, I meant to show you this whenever I got it, but I got distracted." And you see him look over at the mail and take something out, and says, "It's a letter from UA High." And he hands it to you.
She just opens the letter carefully, not to rip any of the paper, and then just like pulls it out, trying not to damage any of the paper, and then just
In fact,
reads.
there is no paper. There's just a round disc that seems to have a glowing fiberglass on the top of it.
It's a disc.
As it hits the top of the table, you see it lights up and a holographic screen appears in front of it. On the front of the screen that appears, you see the pro hero Cementos on the front of it. There is a big sign with bright colors behind him that says "Congratulations." And he says, "Congratulations. You have been accepted to UA High in this coming year. We happily expect your arrival in the coming weeks, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening." And you see him like glance over to the side and put on some glasses, as if he's like reading something off screen. "Congratulations, Renata Vesta. And go beyond. Go plus ultra." And it blinks out. And a little piece of paper slides out of the disc that has everything that he said, but in a bit more formal of a way, of a legal paper saying that you've been accepted to UA High.
He's just gonna turn to her brother and said, "I did it! I did it!"
Nice! That's so exciting.
Now what?
I'm so excited for you. That's gonna be great.
Yay. She's gonna be like bouncing and just waiting for her mom to go home so she can just be like, "Mom, I did it! I did it!"
And as you wait for your mom to get home, we are going to pan back out. And to a treehouse in the forest. Paige,
Yes.
on a random day, a
Mhm.
normal random day, you, what is Yumiko doing?
Well, if it's daytime, Yumiko is doing her best to be asleep because she prefers to be up at night. And even in her dreams, she silently prays that Farron will not disturb her and her resting time.
We are going to roll a luck check.
Mm.
He's going to leave you alone as of now, but it is starting to head towards the late evening. It is about. You hear him like walking around and bouncing, as the kids have not been at the house today, the treehouse today, and you hear him just stop moving, and then scramble down the tree here. And then you just hear quietly, Yumiko!
I try to
Hound
ignore
dog
it.
is here!
Oh. Not only has he woken me up, but now Hound Dog is here. That's great. That's great. This is great. Yumiko tries to ignore the first few times he cries, but after like the fourth one, she's like, I can't do this. And so she literally rolls out of bed, rolls all the way to the front door of the treehouse, and just sort of slides pathetically down the ladder.
You hear it like slowly every single time he has to repeat, it slowly get louder as he gets closer. But he's like right about to come up the ladder as you slide down. And you see Hound Dog standing there in his casual clothes. He says, I have some letters for you from UA High. And you see as he moves one of the kids, the deer one, to one arm and pulls out with his right hand 2 letters and hands them to both of you. I thought that this would be best if I came and showed you in person.
You know, you really didn't have to come. Actually, it probably would have been great if you didn't come. But now you're here.
Yes, I am. Why don't you go ahead and open it? And you see, like, Farron is already ripping his with his teeth to open it.
Yumiko just pulls out one of the claws on her finger, and she opens it coldly as she looks at Hound Dog like she hates him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
This is great.
And we are going to be rolling against you.
And that is a +1, so that is... Oh, I did not. So that's a 19.
Hound Dog rolls a 24. You send him a very dirty look, and he just snaps back with the meanest just snarl. His mouth is still covered by the mask that he wears with his hero suit, and he just snarls back at you.
Yumiko flinches a little, but she tries to cover it up like she's scoffing as she pulls out whatever's in the envelope.
Both you and Farron pull out these metal discs, which flicker on and merge into one large holographic screen together. and you see Hound Dog on the screen, and you see him like the real Hound Dog slip behind you to watch it.
Great, there's
And-
2 of them.
And he goes, "Congratulations, Farron and Yumiko. Both of you have gotten into the UA High Hero course this coming year. We cannot wait to have you among our ranks, becoming the heroes of tomorrow. I cannot wait to see you in our classes. Remember to go beyond plus ultra." And you see him like you glance back and he's just like flushed red.
You have such a camera presence.
Oh, thank you. It was President Mike asked me to give 110%.
I could
And so
feel
I
the
did.
110% from here.
I do have some good news though.
I don't have to
you-
go because Farron got in? Because I love that news.
If both of you go, we will provide housing and food for you and the 2 little ones.
I grab Farron and I pull him over to the corner and I'm like, do you trust this guy?
I've been trusting him since the first day.
I don't know why I'm asking you about trusting people.
It's very easy. You should give it a try.
Farron, remember the last time you trusted that gang member and then we lost everything in our hideout? We had to move.
But that was like hideout. Now we have a tree house. It's so much better anyways. It worked out.
Well,
Plus, you try to pick his pockets. That's not my fault.
okay. His pockets were right there and my hands are functional. Okay? But
Yeah.
anyway, do you really think this is the best decision? Not for us. I know we can make it on our own. But, you know, them.
Honestly, I think we need to for them. Even if we don't want to. And he gives you like the knowing glance. If we, in the now, can help the 2, imagine what we could do as pro heroes. Also, from what I'm hearing, it doesn't say anything about you staying in the hero course. If you flunk out and make it into general studies or something,
You know,
I will tell
usually
on you
don't
if you
like
try
it
and
when
like
you're
sneak
smart.
out of it.
But maybe you're right for once. For once.
I'm right plenty of time.
Okay. Tell that about the time you ate way too many bananas. I don't care if you're a monkey. There is just a certain level that your tiny little monkey body can't handle. But that's another
I
thought.
was told that the radiation could potentially kill me, and I wanted to prove it wrong. That's not my
This is
fault.
why you're the one who broke your arm 6 times. Anyways. So we're gonna say yes to the plan.
Yes.
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 And then I look over suspiciously and angrily at Hound Dog, as if he definitely does not have super dog hearing.
Yeah. He looks preoccupied with the hedgehog kid and the deer kid.
And I stand up as tall as I can and give my best I'm a responsible adult energy as like a teenager who was 5 foot next to an equally short monkey. And I'm like, upon further consideration,
much consideration,
me and my co-conspirator have decided that we shall we'll take your deal.
Wonderful. I will notify the principal immediately of this. Now, for safety precautions, you will need to move out of the treehouse.
Oh, well,
But the treehouse will be, or at least the area around it, will be purchased by Nezu, from what I'm hearing, so that you will be able to legally visit your own treehouse.
little rat man?
Yes, the little rat man.
Well, I do hate climbing the ladder. I can't believe I'm siding with you.
See, it's easier when you side with the heroes.
I smack him with my tail.
And as you do, we're going to pull away from this little happy group of heteromorphs. And we're going to move to the last. We are going to move to Miguel. Miguel, on a random day, what is your character doing?
What time is it? Just like this.
It's the evening.
He's probably either helping his mother close down the shop, or he's just helping the last customers, like the last customers of the coffee shop.
Awesome. As you're closing up, your mother calls out and says, "Honey, don't forget to get the mail, please."
I got it, Ma. And he goes to the P.O. box.
Inside of it, a bunch of bills, letters for your parents, a cafe fight night against the floating saucer,
Flying saucer.
and a letter for you from UA High.
I sorted everything out, and as I'm just staring at the letter from UA, I just sigh because Miguel 100% believes he failed that exam because he gave up beating the last bot to grab Farron. So he opens it and pulls out it's a device, right? Not a paper.
It is not a paper, it is a disc.
He pulls out the disc and he just sighs.
As it rests in your hands, a holographic screen pops up in front of you, and the person standing in front of you is Present Mike. Behind him, in big, bright letters, is the words "Congratulations," and you hear a "Hey! Congratulations, listener! You have made it into UA High! Woo! We are so excited for you to be joining us in the next year of your education, coming to the UA Hero course. We cannot wait to see you in the coming year. Congratulations, what's his name? Congratulations, Miguel! And you see him just go, what? And then the screen just cracks and then sparks out as his quirk was overused.
Miguel kind of just like is standing confused mostly and just sits down. I'm going to assume that his mother heard that.
Yeah. It was on like
neighborhood heard
speaker
that.
mode. Yes, it was a speaker mode. Like if a speaker mode had a speaker mode.
Mom,
And
I got in.
I heard. That's awesome, sweetheart. And you see her go and get your father and go, honey, he got in. And you just hear him go, where's the confetti cannon? And you see him just scramble for stuff. And like not even 5 minutes later, there's a cake in front of you that says, congratulations, never doubted you for a second.
I look at my mother and I just immediately say, was there a second cake that said, I'm so sorry, who needs UA?
No, there's not.
So I'm not going to open the fridge.
You
and
can
find that other
clearly
cake.
glance behind her into the kitchen, and there is a second cake in there.
Yeah. I'm not mad because I thought I failed. I want the other cake afterwards.
She goes, okay, but there is no cake, so you can have whatever leftover cake there is, anyways.
So.
I'm gonna invite the flying saucer over, and we're gonna celebrate. It's gonna be a great night.
Yeah. I called Bear immediately.
Both of them pick up like within 2 rings, and Bear's like, "Hey, did you get in?"
I did.
I got in too, bro. Yeah. And Yura just says, "Nice jobs. I got in too. You know."
Man, they really just let
That's
anyone
awesome.
in, didn't they?
Oh, says you. You gave up a point just to save a person.
You're not wrong. Anyway, we're doing a party at my place.
I'll be there in 5.
Yes.
You see Barrow says that and then hangs up. And Yara says, I'm already on my way over. I heard your announcement.
I think
And you glance out the window and you just see a glowing golden person just floating over the skyline.
I'm kind of just imagining like someone from in the other direction just opens a window, just yells "good job" and closes the window.
Yes. A very tight-knit community. And that is the night. A few days pass, and y'all get a few more announcements from friends that you met about getting into UA. Yutakana and Mika both got in. Baisho Ikari got in. You never got the name of this person. You never got the name of the guy who saved your life, Yumiko.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever Hound Dog is moving y'all into a apartment, it's a pretty large one. And you see that it has 5 rooms.
Mm.
He is explaining everyone who got in and just talking to you, and shows you a few photos of the people that got in, and you see the spiky black-haired guy that saved you from getting hit. And he seemed to have gotten in as well to UA.
Can I ask Hound Dog his name?
Oh,
and this is out of character because she hates this guy.
Yeah. He would, if she asked, he would tell her.
She sort of does it in like a begrudging way. Like she sits there and she sort of like growls for a few seconds, like, oh. And then she looks over and she's like, hey, wet dog, did this guy get in?
Oh, yes. I believe his name is Makiji Damashi. He mentioned that he had a nickname during his application, but Nezu decided that it'd be best for all of the teachers to learn his actual name.
They do actual names here?
Well, no, but he specifically asked for that.
Noted. And then I turn around and I brood in the corner.
I believe we will still be calling you and Farron by your first names as well.
As it should be.
You know you can also brood in your room. It's in the bottom corner next to the bathroom.
Now that he's mentioned it, I refuse to do so, and I turn around and I just elongate my jaw, so I like half transform and I snap my teeth at him, and then I turn away again.
Alright. I'm just saying I made a large, like, deep pool-like bathtub for you to go brood in. And you see him just like walk away to go like let you have your brooding moment in the very bright living room.
I try to like hunch over so there are more shadows over me.
And this is actually a great time to ask a few questions to our players. Renata, does your character live locally? Or did she have to travel a little bit throughout Japan to go and take the UA exam?
He lives locally.
Great.
She didn't have
And
to
so
travel.
there is an offer. There is an offer for her to get her own tiny shared dorm room. It is not required, but the offer is there as you are now a student.
How many other people is she sharing it with? And who is she sharing it with? Or is that information not given to her?
It'd be randomized unless you specifically request someone.
So she's gonna take it and she's gonna request Bashio will be her like roommate. I'm saying the name wrong.
By show, after you explain that y'all are applying, will that she also got in. She will also say, yeah, sure. I will request a room then as well, so that we can room together. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, it will be.
And she gives you like a small smile. And then now here's also a question: Will Miguel request a dorm or not?
You know, that's a really good question. And I did not think about it. He's going to text Baru and just be, hey, are you doing dorms or?
He responds with, I was not planning to, but if you want to, I will.
I appreciate it. I'm not going to make you do that, though.
He sends a thumbs up emoji.
Miguel will not be doing dorms.
Great.
So if he was told yes, he would just be like, okay, well, can I dorm with you?
Yeah. But since he is local and his mom wants him around more, he's just going to stay at his own house.
That's fair enough.
We are going to do one more jump. We are going to jump to the first day of school. About 1 month has passed since y'all have taken the entrance exam and filled out all paperwork to be enrolled at UA High. the first day comes around, and the dorms open, or the classroom opens at exactly 8 o'clock. Class doesn't start till 8:10, but the building is open at 7. So I need to know, how early does our characters arrive at the class to get their seats?
Miguel gets there about 7:15 because he's really excited.
Great.
Yumiko gets there whenever Farron decides to drag her there.
7 a.m.
Ugh. That is exactly the sound she makes.
What about Renata?
Renata's gonna get there at 7. He's gonna get there at 7 and just roam the building and then find her class.
Great. I would love survival checks at advantage from all of you.
Oh.
To navigate your way through the UA High building.
14.
I will also be making one for Farron. And by the way, these are at advantage. So.
Oh, wait, I think I did that wrong. Rip me. Well,
Yeah, so I rolled a 14.
No, you did it right, Paige.
okay. Well, I gotta roll another one.
Oh wait, no, the first one you didn't.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter
Fun.
anyway.
It doesn't matter. Nat 20, baby. That's gonna be my last one this whole campaign.
Paige, what did you have to sacrifice? to
Wait
get
for
that
midterms
final?
to come around.
Ugh. You know I'm gonna be getting nat 1s during the written portion.
Listen. Poor rolls with style. The rolls are going high. We're rolling, and we're rolling good.
Mm-hmm.
We should rename to Good Rolls with Style.
Please.
Don't be optimistic.
Please don't have this
No,
team.
correction, don't be delusional. But I'm gonna silver this nat 20.
Yeah, you get to class first. You were the first person there with
Really?
Farron.
More like Farron. Wait, before him?
No, you and Farron get there, but you beat him there. He was going without a map, but you glanced at the map and was easily able to navigate yourselves to your first class.
I look out the window to make sure he didn't get distracted and swing on some trees.
He absolutely did get distracted, but you catch him before he gets in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
But they look so good. Look,
I just shake my head silently.
they're German trees. You don't see those out here.
I give him a thumbs down.
You know
I'm
what?
coming.
Of course, it's Baron's autism.
Then let's see. What is the total for Miguel?
14.
Great. You're gonna get there a little later than you wanted, but very early still.
Okay.
What is the what did Renata roll?
I rolled, my highest one was an 18, and I have +3 in survival, so it's a 21.
Jeez.
It's a 21.
21.
You also get there. When you walk up, there is the alligator and the monkey from the ice cream you had about a month ago. But also walking in from the other side, you see this redhead walking up with these sunglasses on top of his head.
Okay.
Do y'all say anything? Or do you sit there in silence?
Yumiko is sitting there in silence, in either taking a nap or pouting, or alternating between the two.
Love it.
Renata's just gonna be sitting there, and she's just gonna get out her little sketchbook she created at the end of like the exam, and just start filling it with stuff.
Amazing. This guy walks up and he just glances at all of y'all and just shrugs and says, "Hey guys. Nice to
Yumiko
meet
just
y'all."
looks at him and blinks twice. You know how she blinks. First the clear layer, then the outer layer. And then she kind of squints at you a bit. Both ways.
He goes, "Okay. Well, nice to meet y'all." Okay. And he kind of just awkwardly stands there as the guy who paid for your ice cream comes up with two of his friends following behind him. Miguel, you walk on up and see a small collection of people showing up at the front door to UA's 1A Hero Course class.
Good morning, my friends. How you doing today?
Hey, Miguel. Farron just waves at you.
I point at Farron. I forgot to get your phone number.
Yeah, you did. It's good though. I don't have one.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
That does.
Yumiko does though.
It's like Farron just steps aside. Yumiko's brooding right there.
Yumiko pulls out, like, they still make them in the year of our Lord 2025, and they're still gonna be making them whenever this time is, but she pulls out this, like, rinky-dinky little flip phone that they managed to scrap together enough money. Possibly they stole it off someone, maybe, nobody knows. That's just a theory.
It
And she
might be a
pulls out a
burner.
flip phone. The thing is, Yumiko has phone privileges because Farron spends too much time in the trees, and then the last time they borrowed a phone from someone permanently, he might have dropped it from the top of an oak tree, and now he doesn't have phone responsibilities.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were gonna say something like he spent too much time on it and it rotted his brain or something.
Oh no, Farron was definitely playing jailbreak the whole time, but Yumiko liked that because it kept him busy. And she just sort of slides the phone across the table because she realizes at this ungodly hour, as in when the sun is up and Farron is awake, there is no way she's just going to have a conversation that's just going to lead to Farron poking her the whole time until she eventually concedes. And she just opens the flip phone and hopes you know how to put a contact number in.
I do. And I put my contact in, hand it back to her.
I hate it here.
It gets better, don't worry.
And I drag the phone back into my pocket.
It's good to see that you guys made it. Anyway, I turn around and look at the redhead.
Oh, hey.
Don't know you.
Name's Ono.
Oh no.
O-N-O. Ono. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, Miguel.
And he puts out his hand for a fist bump.
I return the fist bump. If you don't mind me asking,
Nice to meet you, man.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your quirk?
Yeah, it's 1 minute reset. I am effectively immortal.
The genuine urge to punch him as soon as he says that to see if it's true.
Hey, listen. I'll jump off the top of the building later if you want proof of it.
I look at Baron.
Bear's just like horrified.
I'm curious, but also I know better than to test this.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, what about you?
My Quirk, I have infinite energy. I don't get tired.
Awesome. So it's basically like the opposite of me.
Yeah.
I burn energy to stay alive. So I can get like really tired if I die enough. But it's whatever.
Yeah, I just don't get tired. I in the school, like he says the name of whatever middle school it is. I did not do enough research on the region he's in. Whatever middle school he
Yeah.
is. I was on the cross country team as a water boy, and I would just be running alongside the cross country teams with the water. So if they ever needed it, I would just hand it to them.
Roll me a D100 real quick.
A D100, so that's 2D10, right?
Yeah. Yes. Or you could just do D100.
Oh, I can. It's the glory of roll 20. 26. Dang, that was low.
Yeah. I think I've heard of you, maybe. You're part of that one school that has the water boy that runs with them like really fast, right?
That is me.
Nice.
My classmates called me the cameraman. Like, you know how in the anime there's always the cameraman following everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool, man.
It was a shame though. I
Anyway.
wasn't allowed to run with them.
Yeah. Well, you can see how that happens. Quirks kind of put an inhibitor on a lot of middle school stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Middle school athletics.
Yeah.
And he talks to you the entire time if you let him.
Miguel was perfectly fine with this.
At 8 o'clock, the door to the classroom is unlocked and people start flowing in. I'm going to put you on the map where you said that you wanted to be. But why don't you tell us, as your character walks in, where they wanted to go?
Yumiko tries to find the seat furthest in the back, but she's still in line of sight for the door because she's constantly battling between the urge to get out, but also to be the farthest away from the teacher so they don't call on her.
Gotcha. Nice.
Miguel actually gets to his seat last because he is going to basically everyone and asking for their phone number. He's just introducing himself, asking for their phone.
Gotcha.
He's gonna basically set up a group chat for the whole class.
As people start to come in, you start to see others. So if you see any tokens that you think that you would want to talk to them, you absolutely can. Otherwise, we are going to just move right along.
I say why my character wanted to sit where she... Can I say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So she chooses the one like closest to the front so she can just focus and not get distracted by everyone. That, and hopefully she can get on the teacher's good side and be one of the teacher's favorites. So she doesn't have to talk to students. Because no one likes a teacher's pet.
Oh. You get bonuses on all the tests.
That's our goal.
If I do that, can I get bonuses on the test? Asher, DM, Overlord?
No comment. But I will ask for perception checks from all of you.
Perception. That's a 16.
Nice.
That's a 19.
Nice. And what is yours, Kat?
15.
Lovely. For everyone who rolled 15 or higher, which is everyone, you see in the corner of the room a yellow blob of blankets.
Oh, God.
And as y'all continued talking and chatting and slowly making your ways to your seats, you watch as this yellow blob starts to swoosh itself to the center right behind the podium. And you see it start to rise up. All right, students, settle down. Class has begun. I will be your homeroom teacher. I am Shota Aizawa. Now, before we do anything, there's a bunch of things that we need to go over and explain to the class. But instead, I have what I like to call my own special course. So everyone, head to the gym and get suited up in your gym outfits. Let us begin. You see him slowly walks out.
As soon as he said it, I just got up and went to put my gym outfit on. Or grab my gym outfit.
Lovely. And before we do anything else, that is where we're going to call it today. So thank you all for coming and listening in on the first episode of My Hero Academia, the prime time. I hope that y'all have a good night. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see y'all next time.